Okay, mathematicians, we are still using our trigonometry. Last time we were looking for sides, missing sides. This time we're going to look for missing angles. We are still going to use our SOH, CA, TOA. Reminds me to use my opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse, or opposite over adjacent. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. Notice that this time I am missing my angle. Now, since I'm missing my angle, I am going to have to use something slightly different on my calculator, but I'll show you that when the time comes. Now, just to help me with perspective, I am turning this around. Remember, if I'm sitting at this angle, I am looking at the 15. So I do have my opposite, and I do have what we call the hypotenuse. Notice it's the longest side of our triangle. So I have opposite, and I have hypotenuse. So I'm going to come over here and look at where is my OH. Right there. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So I'm going to write sine, but notice I don't know my sine, so I'm going to put an X, equals opposite is 15, over my hypotenuse, which is 24. Now notice I already know my ratio, so when I want to find the angle, I'm actually just going to use a different button. It's actually really simple. It's kind of cool. Okay, so since that is sine X, what I'm going to do is I want to know the inverse. I want to know the opposite of that. So notice on my calculator, right here on the sine button, I actually have a sine to the -1. I'm going to use that, since it's in yellow, it means I press the second button, and I'm going to hit sine to the -1, and notice it comes up there, sine to the -1. Now I'm going to write this ratio, 15 divided by 24, and equals. And there is my answer. My angle, my X angle is 38 point, and that rounds to 7 degrees. And I am done. Let's go ahead and do one more. Notice I'm going to circle my angle. And I notice that I have the adjacent, so that is adjacent. And I have the hypotenuse. So I have adjacent hypotenuse. I am going to use cosine. So now I have cosine, and its angle X is equal to adjacent A over hypotenuse. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Clear. I'm going to hit my inverse cosine, and I'm going to 8 divided by 11, and equals. And it's 43.3 degrees. So my angle is 43.3 degrees, and I'm done. Go ahead and set up a few. Check in with me if you need help.